Hello everyone and welcome to a weird vlog style video, which I almost never do. But this is something that I thought was kind of fun and just a little holiday cheery that I wanted to spread around, and I don't know. So as some of you may know or not know, I'm an English teacher, I guess technically a reading teacher now, / literacy coach. I work with children and I work in education. And I have a lot of different roles that I kind of fulfill throughout my day, but I do teach a reading intervention class to struggling readers. So this year, to kind of build community at my school, they're doing a door decorating contest, and I had to. I'm just really competitive. And also I like crafting. So I sat down with my kiddos after they finished a quiz the other day, and we just kind of went through and talked about what we might like to do because Miss Quinn don't lose. So we decided on like kind of a holiday tree theme, and my kiddos are gonna design some ornaments, and they're gonna design like wrapping paper for little gift boxes. We're actually gonna put gifts in the boxes, but I don't even know how to explain it other than it's gonna be a big three-dimensional door. It's gonna be fun. So for the backdrop, we're just gonna be using some butcher paper that's available from the school. But for all the kind of fixins on it, I wanted all my kids to kind of do their own designs and just sort of spread some of their own holiday cheer. So the first thing that I am making is a set of gift boxes that are interactive. So they're gonna be like the square boxes, but I basically kind of cut them in half so they're triangular so that they'll stick flat against the door, and the lids are actually going to open on them, and we're going to put little cutouts of what everyone wants for Christmas inside, as well as little notes for everyone in my class from their classmates so that we can actually open up the gifts on the door at some point. This is what it actually looks like. It's got like the flat back here as it says, and it kind of just folds in on itself, so this kind of becomes the lid that opens up, and this is the box portion of it, and then the flat back obviously we can tape and then stick it up on the door, but we're still able to open the flap. I also kind of threw a little bow design in here, like just this basic, like everyone knows it, kind of bow shape. I only actually teach 9 kiddos, so it was easy for me to fit everybody on one door, I guess. But, you know, I thought it would be nice to kind of build just a nice little community vibe here. So I'm going to, I designed it so that I can print this out on 12 by 12 sheets of paper with the bows and the little tags that go with it. So all I'm going to need is to get that done. So I've got my Cricut out and I've got my cardstock, and we are going to get printing. Here's how it looks on Cricut Design Space. I've got the design out here. You can see I've got these like dotted lines in here too. These are score lines, so I'm actually going to have it set up so that it scores where the papers are going to be folded. That way the kids have an easier time folding it and knowing where the things are going to fold so that they fit right. I also found this little tag design I thought was like festive and cute, just in the Cricut Access, so I'm going to be using that, and then I'm going to put all my kiddos' names on it, and I'm going to let them design the bow to kind of match the gift. And I did design it so that it fits like right on top of this like triangular piece, since that's going to be the top of the box. So I'm just going to head up and click make it, and I'm going to try to make sure this all fits on one sheet, which automatically it doesn't, but if I move some things around, it does. So I'm going to move this here, move this kind of here, move this here. Actually, I'm going to move this up into the corner a little bit, and I'm going to take this one because the tag for some reason just got moved automatically. If you hit the little 3 dots and then move object, it'll let you select a different mat. So I'm going to bring it up into this mat, and it fits perfectly right in this little portion here so that everything will be caught on one sheet. So I'll only need 9 sheets for all 9 of my kiddos. I kind of decided to go with a lot of blues, reds, yellows, a little bit of white. I didn't want to overdo the white, mostly because I don't have a whole lot of white to overdo. But I'm going to be cutting a lot of different colors of gift boxes. So I think I'm going to go for like this kind of like goldy color, a couple of different greens, but I don't want the ornaments to be green because they're going to be on the green tree. So these are going to be my gift box colors, and then these I'm going to do for the ornaments. Alright, it says I'm going to need my fine point blade in B, which I have right here, and in A I need the scoring stylus, which I did buy when I first got the Cricut and incidentally have not used until this moment, but I'm very excited. So I'm just gonna shove that in there, clip it up, and I think we can go. Look at those score lines. That's pretty good. Alright, so I made myself an extra of these to kind of show a little better how everything works. So you can see, if you get real close, all those little score lines. So I am just going to fold along the score lines inward. So here we kind of form the top part of the box. And then the lid on the bottom, once again, fold in on top of that flat back. And in again for the pieces of the box. And then I'm going to actually take some tape right now, and I'm going to tape these corners shut to kind of create this triangle. And here is the box. You really want to make sure that this top crease is really crisp. That way it stays flat, otherwise it kind of like does one of those like half open sort of things. And I just kind of, you know, taped it around. I wasn't being super particular since this is just kind of a sampler, but I am going to have my kids assemble them. I want them to stay flat while they're designing their like wrapping paper, and I've obviously got all these colors in it, so that by the time they're done I can just give them a couple pieces of tape and have them kind of tape it up together once everyone's done, and save me a little bit of time. However, what I do need to work on is getting these bows done. So I just have all the bows in a bunch of different colors obviously, and I'm just going to make them now so that they can pop them on top of their boxes once they're all done in whatever color they want. So like if, you know, if they designed a lot of green on here, then they might want to put, you know, the accent bow on instead of the same color. So I'm just kind of trying to provide a lot of options here. So let's do a bow. Well, let's do all the bows, I guess. Okay, I think I've done most of them, so I'm just gonna kind of show you how they come together. So I try not to make them look too folded because then they get crusty looking. So sometimes I literally just kind of curl them in around my thumbs a little bit to kind of make. Oh shoot! I'm really trying hard not to make any creases. Okay, so like let me just give you some context here. So this is one of my first attempts. So you can see it's all like crispy and crusty looking. And also this is hands down my worst because I didn't even wrap around like the seam. So this is like just my ugliest bow. This one, however, is my best. Look at how round and pretty and ooh, so perfect. There's the side by side is kind of stark. I'm just gonna kind of fold it in on itself to create the bow shape. And I'm just taking hot glue. I wanted to use like, I don't know, a PVA glue or something, but I wanted something that dried faster since I'm kind of doing all of this myself. There are some things I don't trust my kids to do, and delicately make the nuanced shape of these bows, I think is something that they would not excel at. And I like to create moments of success in my classroom. I'm not going to set them up to get frustrated like that. Then we take a tiny piece, laid over the center to kind of cover up the ugly parts, and I just like to fold a little bit on top and a little bit on bottom. It looks like that, and you can keep it this way, but it stresses me out when I know that I'm going to be handing these off to children. They're not even like children, they're like 14 and 15 years old, but like, I don't know. They're just very delicate and little, and I'm spending a lot of time on them, so I don't want them to get ruined. My work day is literally over. I was in a meeting and just like popping things in and out of the Cricut so that this would be ready for the next class that I have with my kiddos. We're supposed to be going back to school on Monday, so on Monday I'm going to get the first little bits of this. I think I'm going to have them do the gifts on Monday, and then the ornaments the next day, and then I'm going to have them write themselves little notes on Wednesday, and Wednesday is the day that the door decorating competition is being judged, so I need to have everything done by then. But there we have our bow, just very lightly glued down on the back. And your last piece, this little guy, goes on the back to create your little ties. And now we kind of, again, have like a nice flat back so that we can pop it on top of one of our gift boxes. So if I have my little gift box here, I should theoretically just be able to glue it right on top, and yeah, we have a cute little box. Now, I also cut out a little star for the top of the tree. I accidentally did it in the wrong color first, but I think it might be kind of cool to I'm kind of doing this multi-dimensional thing, so I might as well go multi-dimensional with the star too, so I might kind of like do a little offset situation so it looks layered and cool like that. Ornament time! These are the patterns that I am using for the ornaments. I found something like way more complicated, and it had like all these cutouts, and it was like super cute or whatever. I just simplified them into these like flower shapes, so that my kids again can decorate them while they're flat, but that they'll be 3D, because for some reason this door being 3-dimensional is very important to me. So obviously I've got, you know, the 3-dimensional bows and the 3-dimensional boxes, and I'm also going to do these 3-dimensional ornaments. So basically the kids will be able to decorate them, and then you're supposed to just kind of curl them in on themselves, and it's got like these little balls at the corner, and you're just supposed to kind of glue or tape them on there, and they, you know, they become these 3D shapes. So I am going to see how this goes, first of all, to see if this is something I can have my kids do, or if this is something I need to bring home their stuff and do myself, / bring my hot glue gun to my office to do. So I don't know, let's just take a minute. Honestly, not that bad. I wouldn't call it excellent, but not that bad. I will probably be assembling these because it is ugly on the bottom there, but it looks fine from the top, and honestly, if you like press it down like this, it kind of looks like one of a different kind of bow to like put on top of the presents, you know? I don't know, that'd be kind of cute. But obviously I already have it cut out for ornaments, so that is what I'll be using them as. It's probably just going to be as simple as, you know, taking some twine and stringing it up. I know, like, the big thing about crickets is, like, there can be a lot of waste depending on how you're kind of laying everything out. And because of that, I did want to say that I did try very specifically to make sure that all of these, you know, fit on one sheet. I wasn't trying to be wasteful with a lot of this, and also in like situations like this where I wanted this blue color because it was the blue that I used for the gift boxes, and I wanted to kind of keep their like a cohesive color theme, you know, but obviously there's all this paper left over, so this is just kind of a casual PSA. Use your scraps, you don't have to throw this whole thing away. You know, cut off the edge and boom, you've got a nice little sheet. This could easily make something else out of the cricket. So I don't know, just be kind to the earth, please. Thanks. Alright, I am officially ready to get this thing started. Woo!
Hey everyone, coming to you with this amazing, super sick sounding voiceover the day I'm supposed to be uploading this. It is currently 9:55 a.m. as I'm filming this, but I did want to kind of pop these things in here and show you how the final door looked. Spoiler alert, we lost. I guess Miss Quinn does lose. Very disheartening. I haven't told my kids yet. I don't know how I'm going to break it to them. But I think everything turned out really cute, and I'm very proud of my kids for spending the time to, I don't know, create something and get very creative, and I think a lot of their designs were very creative. I love the 3-dimensional boxes. They do all open, and they all have the little gifts inside. This girl, for instance, wanted a pair of earrings for Christmas, and on the back of all their little designs, I had them write their nice memos to each other, something nice, a compliment, whatever it was. I thought this one was funny, actually. This girl wanted hot chips, so I literally just printed out Takis. The guy on the back wrote, I like your hair, so, you know, spreading that super excellent, positive Christmas cheer. I just kind of wanted to highlight some of our other gift box designs here. Some of them I did have to kind of do because we had a lot of absences this week due to illnesses, but I really like this one with like the, you know, the little lights on it, and there's, you know, snowmen and gift boxes and this cute little reindeer on this one up here. She was very proud of that one. I think overall a lot of these turned out really, really cute. Unfortunately, most of my kiddos weren't able to finish the ornaments, and 2 of the ornaments were stolen off the tree at some point, but I'm very proud either way. So I'm just going to be filling up these boxes with little candies for my babies, and, you know, maybe a little Nerds rope for Miss Quinn, because, you know, Miss Quinn got a favorite candy too. This is what the ornaments kind of look like more up close. I ended up using paper clips to hang them up, and that worked out really well. So that's that.
Hi, welcome to another day, and on this day I am working on Christmas presents. Yay! I say I'm working on Christmas presents. My embroidery machine's doing most of the work. Almost done with this design. This is for my grandmother. She told me when I first got the embroidery machine that I had to make her a sweatshirt with her high school mascot on it. She was a cheerleader back in the day, and she was almost the homecoming queen. She's still very bitter about that. But I couldn't figure out why it kept tangling, and it kept tangling, and it kept tangling straighted. And then I realized that the thread had disconnected from up here, so jamming in the bobbin, and it kept tangling, and I actually ended up making a hole because I was trying to fix it, and then I made it worse. Trying to cut the threads off, I accidentally cut the thing. So I'm gonna have to go back in and fix it because I only have one of these. And that was like my worst fear going into this. I was like, if I don't have backups, I'm gonna mess it up, and sure enough. But it's not too bad. Since it's almost done, I'll just be able to kind of patch up the hole a little bit with the matching thread. Overall, I think it actually looks pretty good. I actually did the ink and stitch program. It took the design that I just found off of like the high school website, or at least what it is now. And I was able to pop it right into the program. Well, I converted it to an SVG first, and then I was able to put it in the program, and it converted it to the embroidery thing for me, which is great because normally you have to pay like gross amounts of money for that. And the only other program that I was aware of that like did that seamlessly was the Hatch embroidery system, and that's like $1,000. And you know me, guys, I do not spend that kind of money on anything, even my grandmother, unfortunately. So yeah, I'm just gonna wait for this to finish up, fix it. I also just hemmed a robe for her, but this was just something she asked me to do because I know how to work the sewing machine, but she's very short, much like I am, and so she needed it to not drag on the floor behind her, so I had to fix that. And then after this, I'm actually gonna do a wood burning for my in-laws. All done. You can see one of my mishaps back here, so I'm actually going to cut that off. And I keep making like rookie mistakes because I don't use it super regularly. I just, I bring it out for Christmas gifts and holiday gifts and, birthdays and stuff. I don't like use it like 24/7, so I always like seem to forget when I finish, or like when I come back to it, like how it works. Like I almost forgot to put the right presser foot on today, and I don't know, it's kind of a mess. But now for a little wood burning. So I basically just got this like wooden spoon, and I also have a wooden cutting board that I cut some stencils out on the Cricut. I also use my Cricut to cut out, excellent angle, am I right? Feel the heat off that wood burning tool, whew. I also use some blue. It's not the right blue, and I'm kind of sad about it, but I have the word alumna in there, and that is what I'm going to put next to the face because unfortunately for me, and I was worried about this as I was putting it in, I was like, I wonder if this is centered. It wasn't. It was just slightly off center, so I'm going to kind of angle the word off to the side a little bit. But that is the vibe that we're going for, and I'll update you as we go through the presents. It's really bad. I'm not good at wood burning, turns out, but when you kind of like go far enough away, it's not horrible. I mean, like I've seen worse wood burnings, right? Like the first time I tried wood burning, that was really, really bad. But man, like, it burns so much easier when you're going with the grain of the wood, but not everything you burn is gonna go with the grain of the wood. You know what I want? I want to get like a set of like letter stencils so I can just kind of like brand on those letters, like I think that'd be cool. I didn't check to make sure that the iron-on cut all the way, and it didn't. And I am entirely too lazy to get my Cricut back out after I just put it away, so I'm instead going to hand embroider something because I think that's a better idea somehow. I don't know, I just feel like I need to change up the vibes of what I'm doing, and I've grabbed so much stuff, and I need to wait for my heating tool to cool down, right, baby? So I need to wait for my hot tool to cool down and the iron to cool down. I actually took a square of the, honey, get off of Granny's sweater. She doesn't like dog hair. Okay. Ah! Is this real? Ew! Excuse you. So anyway, I took a square of that and I popped it on the inside where the hole was, and it actually kind of turned out pretty good on the front. You can still tell kind of where it is when you're looking for it, but I feel like Randy's not going to notice, and it's not falling apart anymore, it's not going to fray or anything. So yeah, I feel pretty good about that choice. Well, I tried to use my water-soluble marker to line up the words. Hated them, they looked horrible. So then I went back to the Cricut, because I can't make up my mind, apparently. And then I just slapped my HTV on there, cut it out on the wrong side. And so then I printed out another one. I am going vertical this time because I think that's what this needs. I think after looking at the horizontal, I think it would have made it go too far off center the other direction. So I'm gonna go with this. At this point, I was kind of like, what do I want to bet on? Do I want to bet on the colors not being perfect or the writing not being perfect? And I decided I didn't care about the colors. Besides, it's for my grandmother, and my grandmother is going to love anything I make her, frankly. And she's going to show it off to all her friends anyway, and they're going to be impressed, and it doesn't matter. The color matching is not that important to her, I am sure of it. Did you know that if you put heat on air-soluble markers, that it'll come back? That was news to me, so I just used some water to wipe off the soluble pens that came back. Here is what we are working with. Honestly, it's not that bad. I think because of the way that the light kind of hits it, it doesn't look too bad of a color match now that it's not like with the clear plastic backing. I actually kind of like it. I think it's cute. Yes, I am pleased, I am proud, and we're gonna roll with it. I think that's all the festive vlog content I have. I kind of like wrapped up the wood burnt stuff with the ribbons to kind of give it more of a Christmassy vibe, and I think it looks really nice actually. And obviously the sweatshirt, I did the thing, guys. I'm not good at Christmas. I'm not good at being festive, but you know, I wore my Christmas jammies. I did it all. I think this is as festive as it gets for me. And you know, it's busy holiday season, so I don't know. I think it was kind of nice to just kind of walk you through all the crafty stuff I do just in a regular, semi-regular week leading up to Christmas. And yeah, I hope you all have just stunning, happy holidays, and the next time you see me will be after Christmas. I think that's all I have to say. I don't know how to just vlog, apparently. I need to have purpose when I come in here, and I don't know how to just like live on camera, you know what I mean? That is all I had for you today. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you saw, I put out new videos every Sunday at noon Eastern Standard Time. They are not always like this. I would venture to say they're almost never like this. This was kind of maybe a one and done. I don't know, unless it goes particularly well. But yeah, thanks again, and I hope to see you next time. Bye. Oh, they're on Sunday at noon Eastern Standard Time. Then, hopefully, I'll see you next time. Bye.